We are here at Hank Steinbrenner's Yanks first annual golf classic at the Trump Golf Links at Ferry Point in the Bronx. A beautiful situation. They put together a great course. A guy who could speak to that, who happens to like golfing and is golfing today, is our good buddy John Starks. John, is this a good course?
Great course.
Yeah, what makes it a good course?
Well, I'll tell you what, the greens are beautiful, the fairways are forgiving, and, you know, it's just a course that lends itself to long hitters, short hitters. The tee boxes are placed, and the traps are once you get in them, you're going to have trouble getting out of them. So the difficulty of this course makes it set up for hopefully an open one day.
Now, we were told that you're destroying everybody. I think you're the one who told us you're destroying everybody out on the course, right?
No, I'm not destroying everybody. Yeah, but I'm hitting the ball pretty well. I'm having a good round. All right,
we've been talking about the Knicks, and when you played for the Knicks under Riley and Van Gundy, correct me if I'm wrong, it seemed like players wanted to play for New York. They embraced the challenge. Now it seems like those guys don't want the challenge. Are you sensing that?
Well, you know what? New York is a pressure cooker to play in, and some guys, you have to have this mentality to play in the city. And some guys don't have the mentality to play here for whatever reason. When I was growing up, New York was the city that you wanted to play in, the team you wanted to play for. So I'm curious to have an understanding on why guys don't want to come here. But it's the greatest city to play in, the greatest city, greatest fans, and you know, people, players, I should say, should embrace that. And like, you know, back during our days, everybody wanted to come here and play.
You know, it's frustrating. I'm reading the article over the weekend. You know, Aldridge is going to make his decision among 7 teams, and the Knicks aren't one of the 7 teams. And you listed it takes a certain stomach to play in New York. Taxes are very high in New York. But do you think the main reason is the Knicks aren't close enough to winning for some of these players?
I'm not sure if that's the reason or not. I think you should want to take on that challenge. I love the challenge of making a team very good. And, you know, these guys, for whatever reason, I'm not sure if it's a media thing, that, you know, you have to go to a contender right away in order to, you know, I like building something. And you know, right now we're in the process, obviously, of rebuilding and getting this team back to championship form.
Now, John, this is a question that's out there, and a lot of people, you know, say these statements and they don't have anybody behind it, their name behind it. Is Carmelo the type of guy that people don't want to play with? Do you sense that? If you were still playing, could you see the value of playing with a Carmelo?
I could play with Carmelo. You know, he's a bulldog, and he has a heart of a champion. And I think I don't sense that from other players, right, that they don't want to play with Carmelo. I think the most important thing is that you have a superstar here, and you should want to come and join forces with him. And, you know, Melo is a scorer. He puts the ball in the basket, and in the right, you know, situation, he's going to, you know, do what he do and help you win.
You know, we were talking about this, John. It looks like between the drafting of Porzingis and not, you know, getting any kind of huge haul in free agency, some decent players, but nothing drastic, the Knicks would be on sort of a rebuild path. But Melo would be the piece that doesn't fit with that. If you were them and him, would you consider some sort of trade so that you had all of your pieces on the right path and that he could be someone closer to winning?
No, I wouldn't want to trade Melo for anything. You know, I love Melo. I love his attitude. He's one of those superstars that was out there that embraced coming to New York and wanted to play for New York because he has that mentality. And, you know, like I say, you know, you have to be tough-skinned here, and if you don't have a strong mentality, you can't play in the city, and you can't get caught up in what is said in the media and social media and everything. You just have to know if you come here and you win, it's just the greatest place to win.
We're talking with John Starks, the former Knick. He works with the Garden now. John, I can't get a feel on it because they won 17 games, and you know, there's so many players hurt, including Melo. Do you think Derek Fisher can coach? What are you seeing from him?
I like Fisher. I think he can coach. I think with the right pieces, and, you know, obviously, you know, people made a lot of it, a triangle, that it wasn't working and what have you. But, you know, that triangle is a low post triangle, because I know when I played, you look at Michael, you know, when the game was on the line, he's pretty much down in that post, and he was making plays from that post, or he was making plays from the elbows, and that's everything that Melo does, you know, post and elbow play. And so I think you just have to have the right pieces around him in order for it to be successful.
What are your impressions of Phil Jackson getting to know him now?
Say it again.
What are your impressions of Phil Jackson as you get to know him now with the Knicks?
I like Phil, and I think Phil has an understanding. Obviously, he's a championship coach. He's been on championship teams. He understands how to win, and he knows what team that he wants to put out there on the floor in order for us to get to that championship level. And, I know it's a slow process just because of what's going on right now. And, everything is wide open in the free agent market. Guys are going all over the place now, and you just hopefully that you can attract some of those guys to come here.
Are you amazed that the Spurs continue to reload? Tim Duncan continues to play. Ginobili's now coming back as well. They look like they could run again. I mean, they re-sign their guys, and then they bring in a great player as well.
Well, you have your core three there.
Right.
And that's the main thing. So you have stability. And obviously guys like going where they feel like, you can win a championship. And they done proved it, 5 times now, that they can win a championship. They're getting older. Ginobili is up late 30s. Duncan is late 30s, going on 40. And Parker obviously is getting up there. So adding LaMarcus Aldridge obviously is a big thing for them, and keeping Duncan fresh for the year.
All we do is talk about championships, how many championships this guy has or that guy doesn't have. But when you saw LeBron James play in that final, didn't you see a guy that could do everything humanly possible to get his team to win? And could you be proud as an athlete to perform at that level, even if you come up short?
Yeah, he definitely performed at a high level. He probably didn't shoot the ball particularly well because he had to take a lot of shots. But he did everything that he possibly can do out there on the court to keep his team in that series. Golden State was just a little bit too much for him. And Steph Curry, you can't say the way he played, especially coming down the stretch. He took over the game in those fourth quarters. And their whole team played well. So I think I always said that I never saw a jump shooting team win an NBA championship. That team finally did it. Yeah. And the league has changed just because of that. Now, this is a copycat league, as you know, and everybody going to start looking for jump shooters now.
You can come out of retirement.
I couldn't help, believe me.
I think you can help your folks because they're all making noise. You have to go. Ready to go.
Yeah, they're waving. They're trying to get you down. You guys hit. He'll catch up. It's best ball, right? You need him that bad.
All right, thank you.
Thanks so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.